Hello, everybody. I believe we should be live now. Yes, we're live, boys. The Montreal Canadiens have defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs. It is not a dream anymore. We've actually managed to beat the Toronto Maple Leafs, boys. Um, I called it drawing. Yeah, it sucks, man, but GG's. You guys played good. Big GG's. Yeah, Jim Benning's gonna be sent to Gulak, man. Drill Nico, go Habs, go, baby. Benning needs, yeah. Soviet Union, I agree, man. Hey, tape to tape, let's go, boys. Finally, they won. Hell yeah, tape to tape. Sons of Liberty, let's go. Hey, implicit, man. Thank you, baby. Let's go. Actually, I was thinking of shaving this part and making it completely bald. Making it completely bald and just keeping the mohawk like this. I kind of like this, though. I kind of like the Jimmy Hopkins taxi driver type look. Yeah, exactly, Cameron Knox. Campbell's streak wasn't going to last forever, man. It took us long enough for sure, man. Hell yeah, TBI. The Habs have beaten the Toronto Maple Leafs. Hey, Soviet, I can't blame you, man. The God Etzeli was dope. All the shit said about... Yeah, Sean McIntyre. Like, I was one of the people. I was in Talking Habs stream before the game started. I was like, holy shit, these lines are garbage. And I kind of thought that throughout part of the game, because just some of what we did. Yeah. Well, some of the lines we changed before the game, I should say. Like, it was just Jesus, but then in the game, they turned out pretty well. Marcus, yeah, that trade. That trade, man. I guess we'll get it out of the way now. Anthony Mantha to the Washington Capitals for a second, a 2021 first, a 2022 second, Jacob Vrana, and Richard Panik. By Steve Yzerman. Like, I don't care if Washington is going for a cup. Why do you trade the better player in Jacob Vrana? Why do you trade Jacob Vrana here just to get back Anthony Mantha? I understand he's in the beginning of a 4-year contract, and you guys aren't going to want to pay Jacob Vrana at the end of the year. But still, maybe it's worth it. You probably could have gotten more, honestly, if you just qualify him as an RFA and let someone offer sheet him in the offseason. You probably could have gotten more for Vrana than just Mantha. It was an incredible... It was a really weird trade, honestly. Hell yeah, Snakes on playing. We get to see the white jersey again. Let's go. TBI, I'll think about it. Yeah, the Jordy Ben trade for a sixth was decent. Like, you guys getting a sixth for Jordy Ben, that's not too bad, honestly. Ducharme during the game put the turtle line back. No, he did not. Okay, Snakes up. Glad it was only one shift. I didn't notice it, but holy shit. Yeah, Cameron Knox. Yeah, Riddick is playing tomorrow versus the Leafs versus the Flames. I think they've already confirmed it. I think they've confirmed Riddick will play tomorrow. Yeah, Oli Ulevi is now able to play for the Canucks. The lines are fast, and all the old guys are on the fourth line where they should be. Well, Sean McIntyre, I'd argue Perry should be in the third line, probably, honestly. James Berry, I did watch the trade deadline. Hey, Pablo, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Good evening to you. Yes, I did watch the trades. Soviet Union, I have no thoughts on Oli Ulevi. I've literally not seen the kid play a second in the NHL right as of yet. Snakes on the plane, we're about to get to this. Before the game, I do have 2 Habs trades to report on because it was the trade deadline. It was the trade deadline. We made 2 trades in the past 3 days. We made one today at the trade deadline, and then we made one 2 days ago. I was going to go live for it, but I was like, nah, I don't really know how to approach it, so I'm just going to address it here. The Montreal Canadiens acquired Jon Merrill from the Detroit Red Wings, and the Red Wings in exchange get Hayden Verbeek and a 2021. I put 4th, but it's actually a 5th, I believe, if I remember correctly. So it's a 2021 5th and Hayden Verbeek, who's a prospect that was playing in Laval, for Jon Merrill, a.k.a. Montreal gets a solid bottom pairing defenseman. Detroit gets another prospect Stevie Y probably likes, and in exchange a 2021 5th that they'll likely turn into the next Sergei Fedorov. But yeah, Montreal, I like this trade for them. They get a good, like I said, bottom 6 defense or bottom pairing defenseman who can jump into the top 4 occasionally. From what I've seen of him in Vegas and a few games here and there in Detroit, I think I like the way he plays. He's a decent, from what I can recall, decent puck moving defenseman who can play a defensive defensive game, right? I like this trade honestly. It adds blue line depth, and Sherratt comes back into the NHL or back into the NHL. Um, when Ben Sherratt comes back into the lineup, Jon Merrill might be that easy guy to just go into the taxi squad. Maybe. I'm not too sure, but potentially. Yeah, Campbell beat Price's record only to lose to that same team. So yeah, really high quality drawing. You think they should have traded Joe Thornton? That's surprising. Andrew, how's it going, man? Hey, thank you, Tabs. I appreciate it. Philly fans really crapping on Gustafson. Exactly, Pavlo. Like people need to realize Erik Gustafson, which we're gonna get to in a second. Dude's only like 3 seasons removed from his 60-point season in Chicago. Like for me, I think we got this guy because he can move the puck. We have some defensive defensemen like Sherratt, like Edmondson, and I think Merrill even does that. We got Erik Gustafson, which I'll say it now. To the Montreal Canadiens, it's Erik Gustafson. To the Philadelphia Flyers, a 2021 7th. Yeah. And I believe Philly retains 50% of his salary as well. If anyone can confirm that, is it Philly retaining 50%? I love this trade, honestly. Personally, for a 2021 7th, which is kind of the ultimate wild card for this year, I think it's great. He didn't work well in Philly. Erik Gustafson didn't work well in Philly. So I think having him for the rest of the season in Montreal, I think it works. I love this trade, honestly. Really big fan of getting Erik Gustafson personally. I've heard some people say, he's going to be a 7th deal like I originally thought. Some people have said, he can get into the top 4. And going back and realizing, holy shit, yeah, he's only like 2 years removed from a 60-point season. I definitely think he could probably play some top 4 minutes occasionally. Hats off to you. Congrats on the win over my Leafs. Hey, Buds fan, thank you, man. GG's for sure, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think we should trade. Oh, I already read that. Breaking trade, definitely real. Canadians trade Nick Suzuki, Carey Price, and 2 firsts for Eichel. All it'll take for Eichel is like a 3rd-round pick, knowing how Buffalo just got the shit fleeced out of them by Boston. Don't talk. Hey, Fajio, I'm sorry, man. Knowing Kevin Adams, it may just cost Price. It's very true. Sounds snakes on the plane. They'll probably give us Eichel, Skinner, and they'll trade like 4 with 4 of the teams for them to retain 50% each. Like, they'd probably trade, like, all of their future assets just to get them to retain. Enor Tab, hell yeah, good win tonight for sure, man. Good win tonight for sure. Yeah, Clifford, man. Great, really close game tonight for sure. Toffoli can't buy that 20th goal. He had a few good chances in the regular game. And then when they had the empty netter, he had 2 chances that, holy shit, like, he was really solid. I liked Toffoli's game tonight. He was so close to getting that empty netter for his 20th. I'm kind of glad he didn't, because if he can score it against the goalie, I think that'd be even better. Montreal did play really good at shutting down the Leafs in the 3rd. Yeah, keep-ups, for sure, man. Hey, keep-ups, welcome back, man. Yeah, for sure, man. Montreal played great defense shutting down the Leafs. Like, I didn't see the shots in the 3rd, but they had to have been, 5 for the Leafs. Like, the Leafs had to have not gotten that many shots in the 3rd. We did really, really solid, I think. Yeah, if Gustafson makes a comeback, plays like he did for the Hawks, that's going to be a huge steal. I think this is one of those trades that it's if he doesn't pan out in Montreal and it's okay, he played like garbage, that sucks, but we only gave up a 7th. But then, if he plays great and reverts back to Chicago form or even relatively close to Chicago form, Montreal fans can look at this and be like, hey, Bergevin strikes again. Bergevin always seems to make these fantastic trades, so yeah. Yeah, Tap. I love Gustafson. I think Branson would have been garbage, honestly. I'm not that big of a fan of Erik Branson. I'm doing this because I like seeing myself like this. Hey, Burke. Thank you for coming by, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Gabranson. And given Gabranson, I think also went for a 7th. Maybe we could have gotten it. But I love getting Gustafson. If he can revert to Chicago form, even if he stays how he played in Philly, he only gave up a 7th. But at the same time, if he does great, we only gave up a 7th. yeah, Fagio, start Persois. Winnipeg needs to do that, man. Hey, thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. Habs get fleeced. They trade Byron for Eichel. Yeah, Pavlo, man. I'm so happy we didn't get Tyler Hall. He'll be cancer. Conservative lawyer. I mean, I've tried to look back. and find where Taylor Hall has been a cancer in a locker room, I really can't find anything. I've tried to do my own research. I haven't really found anything. So if you guys have anything, just let me know, because I'm kind of starting to fall off the Hall is a locker room cancer bandwagon. NFL news: Edelman retired. As a Patriots fan, I'm sad. Hey, Soviet Union, I don't follow football, but I'm sorry for you. Next day, we need to rape the Flames so Winnipeg doesn't pass us. Yeah, high quality. Hopefully you guys don't actually do that and you just destroy them, but don't rape. It's very bad, boys and girls. Anderson by far the best on the ice again. Yeah, Sean Anderson was fantastic out there tonight. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite Montreal Canadiens. I love how hardworking he is. He's almost like I almost say a Walmart Brendan Gallagher, but he's really solid. He's similar to Brendan Gallagher for sure, man. Definitely similar to Brendan Gallagher. No way. The Jets actually lost to the Sens 4-2. Jesus. How do you lose to Philip Gustafson? Say what you want about the Leafs, that Matthews is a tremendous. Oh, yeah, Clifford Reynolds. Matthews is probably the best goal scorer of this upcoming generation. Like, I think as soon as Ovechkin retires, like, boom, that Rocket Richard is 100% going between Matthews and Caulfield every year, I think. I think that'll be a really fun battle if Caulfield can live up to breaking Matthews' NCAA record, tying Ovechkin's U18, I think it was U18 goal record. If he can somehow turn to a 50-60 goal scorer, which would be awesome, and he can keep up with Matthews, that'd be fantastic. It'd be really, really fun, honestly. Do you think we should have traded for a forward, and do you think we're okay with Galley and possibly Caulfield come playoffs? Stakes on the plane, I'm fine with that, honestly. I do think we needed a bit of blue line help. I think Gustafson's a great pickup, and Merrill's a good depth guy. I think Sherrod, if Sherrod comes in the lineup, I saw a few fans tweeting this, and I've started to think about, I've thought about, and I kind of agree with them. You could send down Romanoff to the AHL. Like, even though he's playing great right now, you could afford to send down Romanoff to the AHL. You can give him some time down there. So I think with the blue line depth that we added at the deadline, I really like it personally. Not trading for a forward. I think Caulfield is 100% getting of the year. I've said after the 18th, Laval has no games for 13 days. Realistically, that's when you want to call up Cole Caulfield. I'm fine with Galley being out. I mean, I'm not fine with him being out. It's just I feel like we can go without Galley for a little while. If we keep playing the way we played tonight, we're going to prove to everyone that we don't absolutely need Gallagher to win. You know, obviously, he's a huge reason why we are winning. I just realized I forgot to close Discord. There we go. Hopefully the stream looks better soon. Personally, I love Brendan Gallagher. But I'm glad that the Canadiens with this one, and hopefully in the future, if they can keep playing this well, can prove, hey, we don't need Gallagher to win. Do you think Bergevin did some good trades? I'm a big fan. Hey, Brendan Schwartz. I don't know if you're saying you're a big fan of me or a big fan of Bergevin. If it's Bergevin, I agree, man. Big fan of Bergevin. If it's me, thank you. I'm sure you meant Bergevin though. Yeah, I think he made some great trades today. You know, Jon Merrill, well, I should say recently. But yeah, Merrill a few days ago, great depth defenseman pickup. Erik Gustafson, it's a free risk. You only give up a seventh. As I said, if he reverts back to a Chicago form, you only gave up a seventh. And if he does shit, well, you only gave up a seventh. Yeah, pretty much mete for Gustafson. Maybe it's because Hall just went to not so. Yeah, Pablo, that is true. Anderson's like a giant galley. Let's go. Domi is minus 14 in Columbus. Jesus. Caulfield, very good debut. 2 goals and an assist. Yep, he could come in handy for sure. I love how he's been playing, and love how he's been playing with Laval so far. How do we lose to Philip Gustafson? Because we only got fucking Jordy Bennett, Hellebuck, Saturday of Fazio. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh no, you don't play tomorrow. Well, if you did play tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised if you for some reason played Hellebuck as well. Honestly, I would have penned Winnipeg in as getting David Riddick instead of Toronto. Toronto has goaltending, the kind of goaltending depth. They have Jack Campbell right now. But yeah, honestly, like Laurent Brossoit is meant to be a third goalie. I would have been way less shocked if Winnipeg went after David Riddick instead. Or even James Reimer, because I know he was on the block. So I'm very surprised they didn't acquire those guys. Weber, Sherrod, Edmondson, Petrie, Gustafson, Merrill. Good matchings, but where does Romanoff fit in now? Well, Ian or Tap. I just said you can probably send him down. You can give him some time in the AHL. I do think that'd be really solid. I do think giving Romanoff some time in the AHL would help him out. I mean, you don't have to run with just 6 defensemen. You could run 7. You could run with 11 forwards and 7 defensemen. If for some reason we wanted to try that out and have Romanoff there, I think that'd be good, And it also depends on how well everyone plays. If Gustafson, like I said, if Gustafson plays like he did in Philly, then you just slot out Gustafson and put Romanoff back in. If Merrill doesn't do good, unfortunately, which I'd love to see him do good, then you just put Romanoff where Merrill is, And if somehow they both do good, that's awesome. You have too much blue line depth, which you can never have too much blue line depth. And if they both do good, well then shit, Romanoff and Kulak go back in, and you're right back to square one. Hot take: within the next 5 years, Besser will become a 40, possibly 50 goal scorer. That's nuts. Exactly, Pablo. Gallo's going to be well rested. He's going to be a little rusty, but he's going to be good. Really, Caulfield wants to play with KK to be like the next Tays Kane duo. I did not see that. Hey, thank you, Brandon Schwartz. You're a big fan of me. I appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I can see Besser scoring 40 for a few years. He was in the league at one point this season. Really? Maybe not. Yeah, probably not 50 goals, but I could see him maybe scoring 50 or 40. I can't see him scoring 50, but I can see him scoring 50. Blue Jackets played. I did see that, Andrew, and they lost to the Blackhawks, right? Or are they playing in overtime right now? Third and fourth line was a mess. Yeah, high quality drawing. Honestly, I mean, for me, I thought Toffoli had some good chances. I think Suzuki's line had a few good shifts, but yeah, they were invisible. That Stahl line, I really didn't care for it, honestly. I really wasn't a big fan of that line. I think you reverse Perry and Evans. I think you have Perry playing third line right wing, and I think you put Evans back on the fourth line. I really liked Perry, though. Perry and Toffoli stood out a lot for me. So I would reverse those two guys, have Evans playing back on the fourth line, and then if Armia's good to go on Wednesday, then take out Lehkonen, maybe? Lehkonen was kind of unfortunately, the most invisible guy on the ice tonight, unfortunately. Brossois pretty good, though, when you have defense, and he's my guy. Oh, yeah, Fazio, sure, he is your guy. Merrill was solid with Vegas, really? Oh, yeah, Pablo, yeah. He went to the Cup Finals with them. I remember now. Yeah, the Flames offloaded Bennett. I mean, Clifford, they didn't really offload him. They got a second-round pick and a prospect. They pretty much got what Buffalo wanted for Taylor Hall. Yeah, the power. Yeah, we need to fix the power play and PP units. High quality drawing for sure. Toronto needs to fix both of those. Really, next year will be Besser's breakout year. Considering in a 50-game season, he was on pace for a 35-goal season. Yeah, Soviet. I definitely agree with you, man. I definitely think. That like I said, you can get a 40-goal season. I'm not too sure about 50 though, personally. Andrew, no, Price isn't a net. Allen played tonight. High quality drawing. I like that first line. The only problem is who plays center there. Like Toffoli's decent at faceoffs. Galley, I guess, can take some, but all those guys are technically right wingers. Toffoli can play left wing. I don't know who you play center there, unless Caulfield has said like he wants to try center. Yeah, Calgary got Calgary did fleece because they gave up with Sam Bennett, got back a second and a prospect. Like that's pretty solid. The Stahl, Perry, and Weber Edmondson lines, if they are out at the same time, should be called teenage. Why is that Snakes on the Line? Fuck the Leafs. Let's fucking go. Your hair is wild. Hey, Danny Timmer, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I got the mohawk recently. It's kind of a playoff mohawk. I need to just like find a way to like clamp it down. I might actually try and a little bit in the back. But yeah, let's get into this game finally. The opening lines for the Canadiens were Tatar, Danault, Byron, Jonathan Drouin, Kotkaniemi, Anderson, Toffoli, Suzuki, Evans, Lehkonen, Stahl, Perry. Defense looked like Kulak, Weber, Edmondson, Petrie, and Romanoff. Ouellette. The only reason Ouellette was in because actually I didn't even mention this. Victor Mete was put on waivers by the Canadiens yesterday, and he was claimed by the Ottawa Senators, and he actually played tonight against the Winnipeg Jets. So Victor Mete is the Senators are 1-0-1 or 1-0-0 when Victor Mete is in the lineup. So yeah, sends legend to Victor Mete. So yeah, that's the only reason Ouellette was in. We didn't have any of our guys. We didn't have either Gustafson or Merrill to put in the lineup, so Ouellette got in the lineup. I'm surprised we didn't put Leskinen in. I liked what Leskinen brought. And then Jake Allen would start his fourth game in a row. Kid and Primo will keep on backing him up instead of playing in Laval. But yeah, apparently they've said, apparently Ducharme or someone has said that Primo will get a game this week, so I'm assuming he'd maybe start Wednesday. With 50 goals, it depends, IMO, and how many points Pettersson gets. since Pettersson will be passing to Besser all the time. Sure, and it also depends how often Pettersson is hurt. Beginning to think Tree Living might be smarter than I thought, and then there's Jim Benning and the Gaudreau. Yeah, Clifford Reynolds. That Gaudreau trade was, not Gaudreau, Gaudette trade was, yikes. Hey, Bob Cannon just jumped on from talking Habs. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you for coming by, man. Exactly, Pavel. Mete lifting the cup this season with the Sens confirmed. Oh, yeah, Edmonton did make... What was the Edmonton trade they did? I completely forget. Stahl, Perry, Edmondson, Weber are slow. I don't get it. How are they Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Hey, Luna. How's it going, Luna? Thank you for coming by to the stream. I think Foligno is the only reason we get past the first round. We can tell you from experience, playing against Foligno was hell. He shut down Matthews and Marner. That is true. High quality he did. So now you guys are becoming the Blue Jackets, which means you're gonna get taken out in 6 by the Lightning. Shit. No, but seriously, high quality drawing. I'm honestly scared of the Leafs after the deadline. I'm genuinely scared of the Maple Leafs. They have a lot of great depth. And I know people are gonna say, "Oh, why you beat them tonight?" But they didn't have their full depth. They didn't have Foligno. They didn't have Riley Nash, who they're not gonna have until the playoffs. He's a really solid fourth line depth guy. I think this was just a really off game for the Maple Leafs, and we're gonna get to it in a little bit. But yeah, if the Maple Leafs are on their game in the first round against the Canadiens, I'm going to be scared of them. Hey, Rob Fry, let's go. Talking Habs people are heading over. Let's go. Hey, Habs 16, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, high quality drawing. I can't wait for you guys to get your guys, and I can't wait for the Canadiens to get their new guys. I'm really excited. Baby. Let's go. Hey, let's go with TBI. Opening lines for the Maple Leafs were Galchenyuk, Matthews, Marner, Mikheyev, Tavares, Hyman, Thornton, Kerfoot, Spezza, and Robertson, Engvall, Simmons. The Leafs just need to add Torts now. Exactly, Pavlo. They just need to get Torts. Hey, is it Devon or Devon? I'm going to say Devon, but if it's Devon, just let me know. How's it going? We didn't have our full depth either, but I agree it was a bit of an off night for the Leafs. Yeah, for sure, Luna. Definitely. Mad credit to the Canadiens for playing pretty much a full 60 minutes. Definitely, we didn't have our full depth either. We didn't have Galley. We didn't have Armia. We didn't have Sherrod. We didn't have Price. And we didn't have Merrill or Gustafson, who we just traded for today. Luna, we didn't have our full depth either. It was an off night for Leafs, but definitely full credit to the Habs. We played incredibly well. If you think about it, with the 2 we got and the 4 we're missing, that's 6. What do you mean, Sean McIntyre? Kryptonite for Leafs would be goaltending, really, in ORTAP. Is it because Campbell is inexperienced and it's been 7 years since his cup win with LA, or because Freddie Anderson will be back? Which one do you think in ORTAP? Yeah, Rob Fry. It seems Tatar's finding his form again. I'm happy about that. He got 2 goals tonight. Granted, one of them was an empty netter. He still got 2 goals tonight, so I'm definitely excited to see. I'm hoping Tatar really finds his form. It just sucks it happened when Gallagher was out. Allen finally got goal support at Habs for sure, man. That's awesome. Okay, Devin, thank you, man. Appreciate it. With the amount of shutdown guys we have, if they practice it and the defense gels, not gets. I'm stupid. We can possibly try to pull off the trap on the Leafs. Boucher would have been a great coach for that type of strategy. Oreo guy. I don't like boring Habs hockey, but you know what? I would probably have been down for that. Getting Guy Boucher, even if we win the series against the Leafs because of the trap and with Guy Boucher, I would have been happy, honestly. I would have been very, very happy. Hey, Newfie Joe, thank you for coming by the stream, man. That is true. The Leafs do have Riddick. They do have Riddick. I forgot about that, Clifford. They did trade for David Riddick today. They do have Campbell, Riddick, and Anderson. Don't know if any of those guys are a clear-cut starter, though. Guess Mete overestimated his value asking for a trade early in the season. Habs insider saying they couldn't get a bag of pucks from really, Paul. That's surprising. I thought Mete would have gotten a little something back for the Canadiens. So I guess Bergevin was trying to trade him then before he put him on waivers. That's interesting. I'm surprised. Given the Senators claimed him, I'm honestly surprised they didn't say, hey, we'll sauce a 6th your way or a 7th your way. I'm very surprised by that, actually. Yeah, Tap. I think the Anderson injury is more serious than Dubas letting on. I mean, if they place him on the LTR, for sure. Yeah, Campbell is pretty injury prone, but I mean, David Riddick, he can do good, but I don't know if I'd put my faith in him. I don't know if I don't know if I'd put my faith in him to carry a team to a cup run. Sure. In my opinion, if we win 1 or 2 more regular season games against the Leafs, then we can get past them. Really, Pablo? That's an interesting take. Thank you, man. The second should be Foligno, Hyman, JT. Third should be Spezza, Kerfoot, Nash. Fourth should be Thornton, Simmons, Engvall. Really high quality drawing. Riddick is a decent backup. Campbell is who I would write as a starter. Kind of how exactly Clifford. Demko was fantastic. He is bubble Demko. Yeah, Riddick is a decent starter. Or decent backup. I would definitely go with Campbell. If he gets hurt, then you kind of got to panic with Riddick if Anderson isn't back for the playoffs. I agree, especially if we beat them with all exactly Oreo guy. Yeah, high quality drawing. The first line of Galchenyuk, Matthews, and Marner, that's a fantastic first line for the Maple Leafs. I'm a big fan of that. The defense was Riley Brody, Muzzenhall, Dermott, Bogosian. Campbell will start because, obviously, he's 11-0-0. And then Michael Hutchinson will warm the bench because he's nice. I think we need more rebound, shoot, Hyman. I think we need more rebound, shot, Hyman, just to create. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree with you. I think the Leafs need to get Hyman out there more. I think him being on the second line would be perfect. I love Zach Hyman, what I've seen of him. Dude's a great, I guess you could say kind of power forward. Really like what I see with Zach Hyman. If for some reason Leafs were going to trade him next year, for example, like I'd 100% want Bergevin to go in on him. I think he probably would try. Your team playing the Toronto. Yeah, James, I think we're probably more than likely going to play the Leafs. I know regular season not everything, but if you show you can compete in the regular season, yeah, Pablo, I mean, that is true. I mean, then again, you look at last year, the Rangers, I think they swept the Hurricanes in the regular season games they played. And then the Hurricanes came back and said, okay, we can do that too. And then the Rangers were out in 3, like they were nothing, and they kind of are. Brody and Bogosian were one of the few defensemen that actually give a damn. Really high quality drawing. I'm surprised because for me, funny enough, I saw Bergevin, I saw Bogosian in the beginning of the season as just kind of not pile on, but like really bad defensively. So I'm glad he's recovered then. I put these lineups are garbage. # fire Ducharme. He saved his job for me for a few more games. He's lucky. But notice, I put # fire Ducharme when we won. Maybe. Thank you for Mete. Hey, Lucas C, no problem, man. I mean, given you guys decided to be cheap fucks and not pay anything for him, you guys are welcome. You treat Mete well before Melnick decides to trade him for a 7th when he wants money. So good luck with that. Kind of funny how much of a yeah, Clifford, like that's nuts. Like Lafreniere, he's had a decent rookie season. He's still on pace for, I think, the worst rookie season in NHL history, or the worst first overall, not rookie season, first worst overall season in the NHL, I think is what I saw. I'd be really surprised if he busts by 2025. Like I had a hot take, Lafreniere busts out of the NHL by 2025. If this rookie season is any indication of his career to come, he will be out of the NHL by 2025. Like, Jesus. It'd be so great if Gustafson can be that really good puck mover we desperately. Yeah, or a guy. I agree. Like, I think Petrie is a good offensive guy, but in terms of puck mover who primarily gets assists, Olaf Gustafson. No, Erik Gustafson. Please don't call up Gustav Olofsson because I'm gonna have such a hard time remembering both those guys. But yeah, Erik Gustafson, if he can be that puck mover, I'm going to love that we only gave a 7th for him. And I'm really surprised Philly only wanted a 7th for him, unless they're like, oh, we want a 5th. And Bergevin was just playing hardball, like, hey, look, you've got no other offers. We'll give you a 7th. You know, he's your 8th defenseman. We'll give you a 7th. That's it. And Bergevin probably played hardball. You ever heard of Patrick Stefan? Clifford Reynolds, 100% I remembered Patrick Stefan. Dude who missed on empty net because the puck decided to hop over his stick. Because the ice was bad. Because the fucking Oilers goalie, what's his name, decided to flick some ice in front when you're not allowed to do that. Seriously, if Ducharme gets fired, who gets the job? A lot of people said Guy Boucher. If he's willing to take the job, I'd go for it. And Lucas C, Patrick Waugh, exactly. I'd love to see Patrick Waugh behind the bench personally. I don't know. I think Gerard Gallant, if he speaks French, I'd love to see Gerard Gallant behind the bench in Montreal. I mean, you could wait until the offseason and see if maybe John Tortellini wants to come to Montreal. I'd love to see that personally. Something in my gut's telling me that JT is saving big part of his energy. Like if he had been a bust, Dubas would have done a trade a while ago. But I high quality drunk. I mean, for me, that'd be a bit concerning. Even though you guys are, I think 9-1-1 in your last 11 now, so well 8-1-1 in your last 10. I'm pretty sure. I still be concerned. If Tavares is saving his energy, like if I were Dubas, I'd go to him. I'd be, no, you're the captain. You should be trying your hardest, honestly. But I mean, I understand for the playoffs. Yeah, Bergevin was probably debating on maybe trading for Ghost for Byron. I was probably like, I'll just go for a bit cheaper. I'll just go a bit cheaper and not take a huge risk on Ghost. Yeah, Oreo guy. I mean, I don't think Ghost is a bust. I think he's had a decent season. He's just not working out in Philly personally. Yeah, basically, I'm glad Bergevin was that smart and not gone after Ghost and been like, hey, we're in Philly. What's Garrett Gustafson doing? That's the dude that just had a 60-point season, right? Called him up, was like, yo, what do you guys want for Gustafson? Like, probably expecting like, oh, a second and something because of the 60-point season. They're like, can you give us a sixth? And Bergeron's probably like, I'll give you a seventh just to try it. And Philly probably went, all right, that's fine with us, I guess. You can have him, So I'd probably love to see. I'd probably love to get into the mind of Bergevin, like not control his mind, but just like hear his thoughts and how Bergevin makes these trades go through. Like if he got called about Ghost and asked about Gustafson, if he called about Ghost and they didn't want to trade him, they wanted to trade Gustafson. If he called about, if he was debating Ghost, went with Gustafson. If he was always thinking Gustafson, like I don't know what that case would have been, but I would love to be in the mind of Bergevin for like 10 minutes while he was making that deal. Yeah, I have 16. Basically, that's what happened. Is Stefan just came to the net, and as he was going to shoot, the puck just bounced over his stick, and he couldn't control it. Yeah, JT's saving energy for the playoffs. Exactly. I have 16. Tavares always seems like he's injured or tired against the Canadiens. It seems like he doesn't like playing against the Canadiens. Okay, Gerard Gallant doesn't speak French. For me, that doesn't matter because I don't think it should matter in Montreal. It should be whatever. But yeah, unfortunately, if he doesn't speak French, they're not going to hire him, which really sucks. I'd love to see him in Montreal, though. I know Tortellini doesn't speak French either, but like, it's Tortellini. How do you not want to go for the guy? Yeah, Oreo guy. I think Bergeron was probably trying to inquire about Getzlaf to reunite Getzlaf and Perry on maybe the fourth or third line. And it probably just fell through. Given Getzlaf is making $8 million, retain half, that's still $4 million. You probably would have had to get a broker come in and be like, hey, we'll retain 50%. We get an extra fourth or something, or a third maybe because of the expensive Actually, no, it only would have been $2 million actually. So something like a fifth or a fourth, I definitely, Bergevin strikes me as the guy who was trying to go after Getzlaf for more, not straight up just veteran, but cup experience and more guys who can actually still play well personally. Yeah, I have 16. Like a line of Caulfield, Getzlaf, and Perry would have been sick. Like, even though Getzlaf, I think is still fairly speedy. Perry, even though he is a bit slower, I would have loved to see that line together. I think it'd be fantastic having two great veterans like Getzlaf and Perry who could end up retiring after this season. Playing with a young potential stud like Caulfield, like that would have been phenomenal. I would have loved to see that. Hey, Randy, how's it going, man? Nah. Hey. Goodbye. Yeah, Clifford, John Tortorella. I'm just saying because Tortellini, because of SpongeBob Squidward, where he I think it's at the end of the Great Snail Race. He gets his trophy, or Patrick wins the race thing, and then he gets his name issued to Squidward, and he reads it off as Squidward Tortellini, and I've just been saying that about John Tortorella ever since. I've just been calling him John Tortellini. Yeah, Randy and Byron's pretty solid. Edmondson, I didn't notice too much just because I wasn't paying attention to him too much. When I did notice him, he was solid. Romanoff was great tonight. Romanoff was throwing the body around. Yeah, he was great. Allen was GOAT tonight. Yeah, Andrew, Allen was pretty solid. Gallant was our assistant coach, so it's possible he knows average amounts of French. I feel like they should have just hired a translator. Yeah, Oreo guy. I definitely think that'd be probably more ideal because you could probably get more coaches. Like some of them will probably be like, the translator, even then it's wasting time or whatever. So for me, I definitely think that, could hire a translator. Because even if Gallant knows average amounts of French, they could probably just get a translator if he wants, But even then, Gallant strikes me as the guy, like, he would try and learn a bit of French if he came to Montreal. I hope he'll be able to frame his Flames out tomorrow. Yeah, Quebec. High quality drawing. I mean, it could happen. You never know. Early in the game, Habs were looking solid. Unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize on a bad Jack Campbell turnover. A poor Bascu asked Berger if there was a market for Mete. He said no. That's surprising. So basically, either teams were lying when they said they don't want Mete because they were afraid of the asking price, or they were trying to bait Bergevin about Mete so they would waive him and he can get claimed. Which, yeah, that's surprising. There was no market for Mete. Dude's only 22, 23. That's really surprising. I love Romanov, new Russian defenseman. Hell yeah, Habs 16. I don't want to say he's going to be the next Markov because I don't think there's anyone that's going to be the next Markov. Romanov is going to remind a lot of people of Markov, I'm sure of it, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. But then we would end up scoring. It was Tomas Tatar scoring his 9th of the year, solely from Paul Byron. I believe it was off of a turnover anyways, who made it 1-0 Canadiens. Okay, Harry got to run my birthday. Hey, Bob Cannon, happy birthday, man. Hope you have a great one, man. Thank you. Have a great night as well. Thank you for coming by. Hey, Kim's in the chat. What's this hair? It's called a mohawk, Kim. This is not a man bun. It's a hair clip because if I don't have, my hair is going to spread all over like a disease. But it's a mohawk, Kim. You No, but seriously, I got a haircut. I was gonna message you, but then I was like, no, I don't want to send pictures. That's fucking weird. You're shocked. Oh, really? Is it a good shock or is it like a bad shock? Like, let me know, because I hope it's a good shock. I hope it suits me. A lot of people said it suits me. That is true. Tap, of course, they lied about Mete. That is true, but I'm surprised. I'm surprised more people don't do this though. Watch that Merrill trade end up being a loss, and Verbeek ends up a second line forward, as you said, that pick. Yeah, exactly, real guy. I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being the case, because like I said, it's Yzerman. There's probably a reason he didn't go for, okay, I don't want to say Cole Caulfield, but let's just say Jan Mysak. Say Mysak was a 5th-round pick or whatever. Not many people knew of him. There's a reason he went after Hayden Verbeek instead of, for example, Jan Mysak, Would love to get into the mind of Yzerman as well. He's another GM I'd love to get in the mind of and see, and would love to see, what Yzerman was thinking. Like, okay, it's 2025th. I like this guy. He's projected around there, and then be like, oh, I like this Hayden Verbeek kid because blah blah blah. I'd love to see that. Maybe next time M accept more offensive. Oh. Maybe the next Emila. Maybe the next Emila, except more offensive upside. Habs, I'd love that, honestly. I'd love to see that, honestly. Some players that come to Montreal can't speak French. Yeah, exactly, Devon, not Devon. Exactly, Devon. I mean, I guess it's because a lot of the players don't speak to the media. It's only like Weber, Gallagher, and, Price. Those guys typically go out there unless you have like a big game. But so, I mean, I don't get what the difference is either. It's weird. Why aren't you putting it up, Spike the Hawk? But Luna, I would. The only thing is I'd have to use a lot of hair gel, and I don't feel like wasting the 2 tubs of hair gel I got for Christmas in one day just trying to spike the Hawk up. Hashtag hairy ponytail. Well, Kim, I mean, I could kind of get a little ponytail, just like get something there. I can have like a little mini baby ponytail. Can't believe you guys were in on D'Angelo. What were you guys thinking? Kim, honestly, I mean, ignoring political stuff and whatever, I think D'Angelo would have been a decent bottom pairing defenseman. And keep in mind, Kim, Bergevin's a big boy. If D'Angelo did anything, you wouldn't want to see what Bergevin did to D'Angelo. I'm just saying, maybe we would have gone for D'Angelo to be recreation. He's not good. Legit. He's not good. Legit scores on his own net. Kim, when did he do that? When did he turn to Louis Eriksson? Stay away. Stay away. I mean, Kim, I'm going to say if the offseason, like what was rumored, what is expected, where they buy him out in the offseason and then Habs get him, obviously I'm going to support him and be like, hey, hopefully you do good at the Habs. But if that's genuinely what he does, I kind of hope, I mean, it depends. If it's like, say, $700K, it's like, if it's like $700K for a year, I'm fine with that. Give him a chance in preseason, for example. But like, yeah, if that's what he does, I'm not going to be happy. Kim, hey Andrew, thank you, man. Go tell Tape to Tape I said hi, brother. Thank you for coming by, man. Hey, Ham 16, let's go. D'Angelo was awful defensively. I mean, I don't think we'd be getting him for his defense, anyways. I don't think we'd be getting him for his defense. We'd probably be getting him for his offense. We'd probably be giving him like, say for example, say 11 forward 70. We'd probably be giving him, like say 10 minutes a night at most, 10 minutes a night, for example, power play time, you know, something like that. Were you on Talking Habs or HGH Stream? Randy, I was actually technically on both, actually. I was actually on both. I've been talking in between them. I wasn't like on the streams, but I was talking in them. So yeah, HGH doing a 24, not doing a 24-hour stream. He didn't hit 30K. But yeah, HGH, I've been talking on there all day. Domi just got a 10-minute misconduct. Conservative lawyer, how do you get a 10-minute misconduct? Isn't the game done? My BF went nuts how much he hated him. Jesus, Kim, that's nuts. I mean, we're already used to Weber scoring on his. That is true, Oreo girl. Oreo guy. That is very true. If we are used to that. D'Angelo and fucking Jack Johnson were pranking Jesus. Habs, absolutely hockey, definitely, man. Yeah, Randy, that was great when Keith pulled the goalie and we got the goal. We got the puck immediately. We got that thing you put in the ice. Hey, Liam, who's Liam? No, Harry, just no damn Kim. Kim does not approve of my Jack Johnson. She probably doesn't approve of my Jack Johnson simping either. She does not approve of my Tony D'Angelo simping. I'm doing good. Hey, let's go. He jumped the Chicago player. No, oh shit. That's not good. Hey, thank you, Habs. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. It kind of makes me look like a mix of not Jimmy Seville. What's his name? Jimmy Hopkins from Bully. If you guys have ever played Bully, like you take this off, kind of makes me look like Jimmy Hopkins, and then you look at this, I look like Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver. Which if I still have this mohawk come October, you guys better bet your ass I'm going to dress up as Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver. I've been up since 7:30, guys. If I keep slobbering and whatever I'm doing now, just don't question it, please. Hall's a cursed man. I hope curse costs the Bruins in a few years. I mean, high quality drawing. Can't blame you. Can't blame you. Oh, you're Liam. Hey, Habs. Let's go. Randy calls you Liam. Hey, let's go. Let's go, man. Imagine the Leafs come playoff time or like Marinchen you're in. Oreo guy, that'd be nuts. Love John's rant about the goalie pool. What do you say, Randy? Yeah, Hall's probably a rental unless somehow they figure out a way to sign him for like say $3 million, for example, which would be nuts. It'd be really surprising. I'd love to see that, honestly. Leafs weren't looking like themselves after the Canadiens scored the first goal. They were giving the puck up a lot. This was not a great game for them at this point. Habs were able to get some round off Campbell. They were controlling the game thus far. Then we would go to the power play. Josh Anderson got a high stick. Bogosian went to the box for 2. Corey Perry ended up fanning on a wide open net shot. I felt bad for him. But it didn't matter because we would score. Nick Suzuki 1-for-1 on the power play tonight. Habs then went back as a bench miner for too many men. Habs looked pretty good on the power play once they were able to get set up, maybe 20, 25 seconds in. But they just couldn't capitalize, unfortunately. 1-for-2 on the power play tonight. Harry Rice versus Hot Take Hockey, first round of the 2021 playoffs. It's going to be nuts. Habs, absolutely nuts if that's the case. It's always a good night when the Habs beat the Leafs. Hell yeah, Paul. Thank you for coming by, man. Appreciate it. Taylor Hall will end up signing with Buffalo again and saying, I want to win. Oh, that'd be nuts, Oreo guy. I knew Suzuki would do it. Hell yeah, Luna, let's go. I'm happy Suzuki scored. As soon as I saw him score, I was like, yes, there's the goal. There's the goal that kid needed. Really happy about Suzuki scoring, man. Gustafson and Merrill rentals. Ian or Tap. I think Merrill is definitely rental. Gustafson, I'm kind of iffy on because personally, I think if he does really good with the Canadiens, I think we could maybe re-sign him on a 1 year. I think it'll be technically a 1.5 year rental. I think it all depends on how they do, because if they both do really solid, we might want to resign them. If they both do poor, obviously we're gonna let them go. If one does better than the other, we potentially resign them. But I do think they are most likely rentals, no matter how good they do. Yeah, Randy, the great wrist shots from Suzuki and Anderson, man. I'm really happy about those as well. I want to win signs with the Wings. I mean, Habs. Don't underestimate Steve Yzerman. Don't underestimate Steve Yzerman. Habs, me too. I love us getting those guys, man. Andrew, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Go back to you're going to HCH. You're going to tape the tape. Thank you, man, for coming by. Appreciate it. If you see a car speeding out of Buffalo, it's Hall. Thank you, Devin. Appreciate it. Appreciate the message. Because now if I do know that, I know not to call the cops and just be like, okay, that's Terrell Hall escaping hell. I want to win somehow signs with the Thrashers. Nearly 6 minutes without a whistle. Lots of great hockey here. It was really, really fun. Beforehand, Leafs were trying to get a few great chances, or a few solid chances. Not many shots on net, though, with, I believe it was 3 minutes left. Anyone see Mete tonight? Randy, I'm still looking for Mete. I'm still looking for him, man. Yzerman probably told Merrill the door's open to resign with Detroit. Yeah, Oreo guy. I think Yzerman probably went to Merrill. Merrill, he doesn't. Yzerman doesn't strike me as a guy like, okay, you're out, you're leaving. He probably went to Merrill. Probably went to him before and was like, hey, do you mind going to Montreal? Yzerman strikes me as a guy, if he's trading someone, he's like, hey, do you mind going here? He strikes me as that type of nice guy. But he probably went to Merrill. Hey, you want to go to Montreal? Merrill was like, why not? And he was like, doors open if you want to resign. If you want to resign with them, go ahead. But if you go to free agency, you can resign with us. And kind of strikes me as that type of guy. Hey, Sons, let's go, baby. Welcome back, man. Still looking for Mete shots fired. Hey, thank you, Randy. I like Mete, but I had to play along, man. Apparently, he had a good game at Ottawa. Like legit. Apparently, he had a good game at Ottawa. I heard from a few people who said that. I might be an Avs fan soon, seeing how good they are. Wow, high quality drawing, man. You're gonna be an Avs bandwagon. You're gonna be an Avs bandwagoner after they lost to Joel Kiviranta. Avs late in the first, they got some good chances, trying to get Lehkonen, Anderson, and Byron on some breakaways. We were doing pretty good at that point. Habs in the final minute pushed for a third goal, but they just wouldn't get it. Shots were 12-3 at the end of the first. It was a 2-0 Habs lead. Start the second period, Leafs were dominating the Canadiens. Allen having to make a few great saves. I know I said this yesterday, but Mohawk, yo, Leo, thank you, man. Appreciate it. If you want to say it every stream, that's appreciated, man. They seem to get blowouts after blowouts. Yeah, I got it wrong. That is true. Something Leafs, no need to, not throwing shots, but they just can't seem to do right now. They probably can eventually, but the Avs just seem to be, hey, we're playing Phoenix tonight, let's go blow them out. And then the next night, we're playing St. Louis, and let's blow them out as well. We're playing Minnesota, we'll let them blow us out for a change. Habs looked like the team in the start of the season. Many breakaways and transition. Yeah, Randy. I mean, we didn't get like as many breakaways as we did in the start of the season. That's the one thing I think Leafs did good, is that on some of the breakaway chances, they did really solid at stopping us from getting as many breakaways. There were a few where it looked, okay, yeah, we're going to get it. And then the Leafs played back to get that defense. And I was like, damn, let's go, But exactly, yeah, Rangers played back to get that defense, and I was like, damn, let's go, But exactly, yeah, Randy, the odd man chances, those were really solid. We got a lot of odd man rushes, a few 2-on-1s actually. I was really surprised. We kind of, I don't want to say exposed the Leafs, but we showed the Leafs have a few small issues that hopefully adding Foligno and Riley Nash can add for them. I think that'd be great. And who's that defenseman they got? It was not Josh Manson from Anaheim. Who's the defenseman that Toronto added for depth? Where am I? Merrill's player profile pick basically has to be winner for Mullet of the Year. I've not seen it, Paul, but I'm sure it is, man. My brother was a Leafs fan for 3 years until a month ago when they lost to Sens 4-3. He became a Tampa fan. Tampa then lost 6-12. While Leafs went 8-1 today, he's a Leafs fan today. They have 16. That's pain. Ben Hutton, thank you, Buds fan. I think Ben Hutton's going to be a decent addition to them. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Ben Hutton. I think he's going to be decent, man. I think he's going to be a decent addition for the Canadiens. Habs tonight were claiming they had source that Bergevin was working on a big deal. Didn't happen. Wonder if there's any truth to that. Maybe Eichel. Inortag. I don't mind Luis. Just, I don't know. I seen a few of their clips after talking with someone. I'm not going to say who actually, but talking with someone who had seen their footage and told me some things. I watched some of their clips. I'm not a big fan of Habs tonight. They seem very clickbaity. I don't know. I really don't know if I'd want to say if I'd assume Eichel or if I'd assume Bergeron was making a big deal. The big deal could have ended up being Getzlaf, for example, because it's technically a big deal. It could have ended up being someone like Getzlaf, you know? Yeah, high quality drawing. He failing against Edmonton. What do you mean high quality drawing? Oh, Nick Foligno. Nick Foligno's dad? What do you mean? Apparently, Boston was only offering a third for Hall until last night when Washington killed them. So, Leo, was it a third in Bjork, or did they up it to a second and a Bjork from just the third? Just imagine, guys. Just imagine if Washington doesn't kill. Imagine if Washington doesn't kill Hall. Or that. I hope Kim's not in the chat. She's gonna clip me on that for sure. Imagine if Washington didn't kill Boston and Taylor Hall went to Boston for a third. Just imagine if that was the case. Just imagine. Holy shit. Oh my god. Romanov gave it to Matthews. Was that Matthews who Romanov had a big hit against? No way, Randy. That's nuts. You should dye the mohawk red, white, and blue. Hyman, I've been working on that. I'd love to dye it. It's just my parents wouldn't let me. I'd love to do like a red strip and then like say white and then blue, or white and then blue, something like that. Love to do that, but I don't think they would let me. Yeah, Romanov is yeah, Marner. That's who I saw him hit. It was Marner, but I didn't know he went after Matthews as well. That's nuts. Yeah, Romanov is. I think he's proving he should stay in the top 6, or at the very least force us to use 7 defensemen instead of 12 forwards. How are you adding people in orange? Paul, basically just at someone, like say at Randy N. All you do is just you at them, and then to them it shows up in orange. To everyone else, I think it shows up normally. So like, for example, if I at Paul, if I at you, Paul, it'll show up in orange for you, but for me, it'll just show up in normal. If someone ats me or says my name, then it'll show up in red for me, or orange. How's Byron tonight? Byron was pretty solid. I like Paul Byron, actually. He had some really good chances. Oh shit, I don't want to delete my document. Thank you. Just checking in. Great win, bud. Hey, let's go, Zach. Thank you very much for coming by the stream, Nolan. Appreciate it, man. Not sure I heard the offer was only a third. Okay, Nick Kyprios. Okay, Nick Kyprios was the source. I have a small little bit of grain of salt, but I mean, he's kind of reliable, so yeah. Well, Randy, if you like Habs tonight, that's perfectly fine, man. That's perfectly fine. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh, anyone who likes Habs tonight is a yellow belly, but like if you like Habs tonight, perfectly fine. You know, I happen to not like them. You do. That's perfectly fine. Whatever. You know. Hey, by the way, guys, thank you for the 20 likes. I appreciate it, man. Nick Foligno. Oh yeah, Marcus Foligno played for the Leafs in '93 when they went to the semifinals, got stomped by the Gretzkys. They pretty much were the Gretzkys at that point. Move out of the house and live in the rafters of the Bell Center. Randy, you bet your ass if I could, I would. I would move out of this house and live in the rafters of the Bell Center. They probably have better Wi-Fi there as well. Yeah, Leo, come on, Harry, you're 18, freedom. Yeah, Habs. Byron's contract is bad, but he seems to play his heart out majority of the games. Like, there's some games where I don't notice him, but when I notice him, like, I notice him a lot. Like, Byron plays really, really well on a lot of nights recently. Thanks, Harry. Didn't know that. Hey, no problem, Paul. With the way Byron was playing, if he got all those chances, yes, Hyman, it would have been a Byron love song. For those who don't know, if Paul Byron gets a hat trick in this season, I have to do a Paul Byron song. I don't know if I want to use like an existing song as like a prerequisite. If I just want to like sample a different past song, or if I want to like make like a new song myself, I probably would just honestly reuse an old song, play it legitimately myself. But you know, I'd make a Byron song. I'd make a song about Paul Byron. Yeah. Hey, Ray, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Hey, ready? Let's go. Thanks for the orange, Paul. Let's go. Yeah, Luna. Romanov is a beast. Fearless will smash anybody. Romanov will smash anybody. I love it as well. I love that he'll smash anybody. Yeah, he's solid, man. Yeah, Luna, honestly, I think Romanov, I don't think he's putting in a bid for a Calder nom, but he's definitely really underrated. Right now, I love Alex Romanov. Like I said, I think he's definitely solidifying himself like, hey, yo, I should deserve to be in this top 6. Love his shot as well. If he would improve on it a little bit, he's going to be a fantastic top 4 defenseman for the Canadiens. Yeah, true, Ray Buckle. Byron's contract isn't as bad as I might think. Imagine the penalty kill without him. That is fair. He's really solid on the PK. Yeah, taking Matthews, that was nuts. Yeah, exactly. I have 16 phrasing. Phrasing is key. But Luna can get away with it because she made me laugh. Oops, are we still doing phrasing? Nah, Luna, no, we're good. We're good. You can say things that are accidentally dirty on this channel. Perfectly fine. Like, I'm fine with it, 100%. Who played solid physical and offensively threatening minutes tonight? Exactly, Anderson. Got to avoid injury. Yeah, like as long as he avoids injury, he is fantastic. Love Anderson. Anderson's been great the past couple games. Even when we were on that 3-game losing streak, Anderson's one of those guys I noticed where it was like, hey, this guy's still playing hard. This guy's doing great. What are you hearing about Price? Bergevin waffled his answer during his press conference, but I heard from others in chats. Rick's chat say coach said he was going to be back soon. Franco, from what I've heard, Price should be back within the next week or so. At least that's from what I've heard, or from what I've seen heard, or that's what I've seen said is that Price should be back within the next week. I don't know what Bergevin said. I didn't listen to his press conference today, unfortunately, but I would assume he'd be back in the next week or so. Hope these lines stay the same for the next. Yeah, Randy. I hope they stay the same for a while as well. Like, if they keep playing the way they played tonight with these lines, I'd be fine with that. Like, I don't mind Byron getting first line minutes if we keep playing how we played tonight. Only minor difference I would make is probably take Lehkonen out, put Armia in maybe. But I mean, Lehkonen's a good PK guy, so that's probably why I don't notice him even strength, because he's a really good PK guy. But I would love to try and get Armia in the lineup as soon as we can. Yeah, Romanov before he hits someone is like smash or pass, and instead 3 seconds later he's like smash. Thank you, Hammond Beast. He can also shadow McDavid. Exactly, Habs. Exactly, like Ray's saying, like that's why we put him out there in overtime against the Oilers to shadow McDavid, and he did a damn good job. Just sucks he can't seem to do that against other teams. Fangio, top 3 for the Calder. Kaprizov, one of Lehkonen or the rookie goalie from Minnesota, and I think Jason Robertson, the guy from Dallas. I think the guy's been a beast. I think he probably comes in second. Kaprizov's running away with the Calder. He's going to get the Calder, but I think top 3 is probably Kaprizov, Robertson, and Lehkonen. I love watching Romanov hitting Matthews from the back. Whoa, Habs, that's... Yeah, Rick's gaff on Price's erection was epic. That was nuts, Randy. I fucking love that. I gotta go back and watch that because that was hilarious. Persnickety, I saw that as well, man. Capitals picked up Mantha from Detroit. That was a fleece and a half for Detroit. I don't know what Stevie Y was, or I don't know what whoever the Capitals GM was thinking doing that type of a trade. This is the point where I'd post an Archer gif if I could. Thank you, Luna. Funny enough, my best friend was actually just mentioning a few days ago that we should start watching Archer because I think she really likes it. So that's actually kind of funny. I haven't that she mentioned that, and then you mentioned that. Rick says a lot of interesting things on stream for sure. Like that's like the first time I went, because I think it was when I was on the live cast for the first time, and then I just hear him say, "Whoa, what are you saying about Price's erection?" I was like, "What the fuck?" Because I didn't expect Rick to say anything like that. So it's hilarious. I love that he just very randomly will say stuff like that. It's great. He's one of the reasons he's funny. Plus, of course, the dry humor. The dry humor of Rick's is fantastic. I think Primo gets to start on Friday or Saturday. Ian Nortap, I think he maybe starts Wednesday. Maybe Friday. Depends who the games are against. If it's like, say, Leafs and Jets, again, it'll be really weird. If it's Flames again, then I probably think that he starts the Friday game. Everyone was benching Armia when Stahl came in after losses. People want Armia in. Yeah, Randy. I mean, I'm not benching Stahl. I think Stahl just needs a few more games to come into his own, personally. Yeah, personally, I mean, I don't think I was benching Armia when Stahl came in, was I? Who was I benching? I was benching Frolik, Byron, and Lehkonen, I said. Then people were saying, oh, we should bench Armia. I thought you guys were saying we should bench Armia instead of Lehkonen. That's weird. I think the way the North Division standings are now, Sons Liberty, more than likely. Yeah, Mantha, Backstrom, Wilson is the line is going to be good, but just a first, second Jacob Vrana and Richard Panik for Anthony Mantha. Staller than his OT goal. Yeah, Paul, he's been fairly invisible. I still think he needs 1 or 2 more games before he really clicks into his own. When you're tied for leading the division, you don't make stupid trades. Exactly, Sons of Liberty. Like, it's a good trade now, but 2-3 years down the line, that might look terrible, honestly. Devin. I want Devin. There we go. Devin. I want to see Primo in that as well, man. We'll score a lot of goals and do some serious damage. Mantha was a beast on a horrible team. Yeah, I think he's going to be great as well. But for me, I just giving up a first and a second, especially that second being in a really great draft class, and the better player, in my opinion, in Jacob Vrana, along with Richard Panik, even if he's just a cap dump, it's nuts, honestly. Yeah, Matthews did get a goal tonight. Boost for the Rago Shard. That is a minor win in a very major loss. Really, Fazo, you think Montreal would have gotten Hoffman for Lehkonen plus? I'm doing this edit video challenge. I'm going up against legit the best editor. Jeez, hey, Habs, do your best, man. Stahl can't be playing with Perry. It's a very slow skating duo. Yeah, Hyman Beast. I've said this for a while, or I said this tonight already, I think. Perry should be on the third line, I think. I think you put Perry on the third line. Maybe scratch Evans, send him down if he's waiver exempt. If he's not, don't send him down. But I think if you can get Armia in the lineup, maybe scratch Evans for a game, see how that goes. I'd love to see that. It was a smart trade. Vrana's good, but he has an attitude problem. Is very streaky and horrible defensively. Not to mention these horrible board battles, puck battles. Mantha's better. Really, persnickety. Thank you, man. Thank you for telling me that. The Caps future's mad sus. What do they have? Connor, McMichael, and that's it. They just traded Jonas Siegenthaler, who I thought could have been decent. We got Flames Wednesday, Friday. Oh, Flames Wednesday and Friday, then Ottawa on Saturday, depending on what's. Yeah, really, Luna. You think Allen Wednesday, Primo Friday, Price Saturday? I could see that. I can definitely see that. I think I agree with you. Allen plays Flames on Wednesday. Primo gets Friday against the Senators because they're the easy game right now. And then I think Price potentially plays on Saturday. I think that could definitely be an easy, not easy win, but easy way to go if Price is good. Panic was useless for us, taking up millions of dollars. We need to give us a 2022 second pick. But persnickety, keep in mind, yes, you give a first in a decent draft class, but it's Steve Yzerman. You just gave a first round pick in a weak draft class too. You just gave that up to Steve Yzerman, who can take Jake Chelios somehow in the 7th round. Take this from someone who has followed Vrana since he was drafted and has always liked him. Mantha's the better player. Really, persnickety. Thank you, man. This isn't a great draft class. It's a below average draft class, but the seconds and first could be seen a little player because there's in the consensus number 1. That is true. I mean, Habs 16. I think the consensus number 1 at this point is kind of Owen Power, but I think what's his name is trying to take over. What's his name? I'm high on this guy. I keep forgetting who's set to go number 1 right now. Or number 2 right now. I keep forgetting. That's the guy I'm really high on. I just forget his name. I wanted D-man like Ekholm or Gustafson, but I guess the worst Ben brothers. Okay, yeah, Fazio. Matt, thank you guys. Beniers. I think Beniers goes number 1. If Buffalo gets number 1, they likely take a 2 ready. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Fazio. Thank you guys. Matt Beniers. That's the guy. Yeah, they have McMichael, Lapierre. Protars, I think, is going to be good. Alexiev, I have question marks about, but yeah, their future is definitely very streaky, very iffy. Yeah, Price is Mr. Saturday Night Luna. I see what you mean, definitely. If Price is good, go Saturday. I think he'll play Saturday. So I definitely think all 3 goalies get a game this year. Hopefully they get a game this year. Hopefully they get a game this week. I mean, the Leafs have 11 pending UFAs this season. Jesus. Persnickety, Caps have a lot of great players developing in Hershey and prospects. Really, Persnickety. I gotta get to this goddamn game. We've been live for an hour and we've barely gotten into the game. Hugh, welcome to the stream, buddy. Knowing Detroit Leafs Habs trade relations, Panic will either be going to Toronto, Montreal, or Flyers. Make it Toronto, please. Jeff Carter, I want to see on us. Hey, Hugh, did that? Oh yeah, that trade did go through. Good job getting Jeff Carter, man. And you know how Hayden Verbeek projects. Not sure what we lost him. Paul, if I were to guess, I'd assume third, maybe most likely fourth line guy. I don't know if anyone can if anyone can tell me me as well, because I do want to know as well, but I'd assume fourth, third line guy. Beniers is the most ready and really good, but he's not going to be an elite offensive talent, but a really good two-way shutdown defenseman or centerman. Thank you, Habs. Verbeek fought when Caulfield got cheap shot. Really, Habs? That sucks. We'd get rid of him after that. There should be a playoff for the number 1 draft pick. The Sons of Liberty, I'd love that. The freaking tank off. But that's the thing. If there's like a really good team, like say a 40, that should be a playoff for the number 1 draft pick. The Sons of Liberty, I'd love that. The freaking tank off. But that's the thing. If there's like a really good team, like say a 40 win team that somehow offs, they get in the tank off, they could very well likely win first overall. I love the idea. It's technically flawed in theory. I was actually hoping when I see we got Gustafson, I was hoping Patrick was involved with the trade. Was hoping for a chance to bring him in and maybe real guy. I think Nolan Patrick would have been great with the Canadiens. I would love to see him as well. Just sucks. We seemingly won't get Nolan Patrick unless we trade for him in the offseason, for example. Everyone said giving Domi and pick for Anderson was a stupid move. Exactly, persnickety. I was one of the few people, and you guys can go back on the stream. I said if Anderson can revert similarly or even back to how he played when he got 27 goals, we're going to love Josh Anderson. And look at it. We're loving Josh Anderson. Columbus is about Max Domi. Yeah, the tank off name is great. I'd love. And here we are live for the finals of the tank off. It'd be great, man. I watched his highlights. The dude is a stud. I wish we can get him. I hope he doesn't turn to. Yeah, I hope not, Fajr. I mean, he's not going to be on the Rangers, so he likely turns out to be good. So, yeah. The great thing about this year's draft is that it's so hard to stick out for. We have a great coaching staff. Yeah, Ray Buckle, that is true. The Canadiens have a great coaching staff, or a scouting staff. I love our scouting. So I definitely think with our first round pick, if we don't trade it at the draft, if we maybe even move up, for example, I think we can get someone that's really solid. Verena's very underrated. Red Wings robbed the Caps. This is like a Kessel. Yeah, exactly. High quality drawing. I think it's definitely a Kessel 2 first type of deal. I don't think it's going to be nearly as big of a fleece as that was, but it's bad, at least the way I see it. Verena's fast and great at breakaways and great at being wide open for one-timers. That's pretty much it. Damn, persnickety, really. Hines, Byron was great tonight for sure. I mean, Nash and Foligno, that is true. Oh, they're buds. I didn't know that. They could be boosts for each other. Vernon has 0 points in the last 2 years playoffs, and he's a defensive liability every time he's on the ice. There's a reason that every coach all the way back to juniors really persnickety. I didn't know that. In Game 7, OT Habs leaves Caulfield gets the game-winning goal. Dude, that would be nuts. That'd be almost as toxic. Leafs fans would almost be as toxic as Bruins fans when Subban scored the Game 2 OT winner. Like that, they'd be almost they'd be almost as toxic as them. Just thankfully and hopefully without the racism. Gotta run. Hey, Luna, thank you very much for coming out of the stream. I greatly appreciate it. TBI, how's it going, man? Habs, that'd be nuts. Caulfield versus Robertson, that'd be fantastic. Late in the first, Habs, I mentioned this. Habs, start the second period. Leafs dominated the Canadiens. Allen having to make a few saves, and then Allen robbed Matthews in front of the net. Great save by him. Habs had a few decent chances. They wanted to go up 3-0. People were talking smack about Byron, but like I said in the Edmonton game, yeah, Ray Buckle, he has his uses for sure. It's just weird how some nights he's off and then other nights he's like, I'm going to be worth my money. You know, for me, there's some nights Byron's kind of inconsistent. He seems to be doing great recently, knock on wood, but he seems to be doing much better in the last couple games. I don't know how to fix Byron. I don't know if you want to play him in your top 6 consistently. I don't know if you just have to give him a little more time than just PK and fourth line, but yeah, shut up. High quality drawing. Shut up. The lowest 4 teams in each conference. That'd be fun, Sons of Liberty. That'd be really fun. Every coach has called out his attitude and lack of work ethic. Trust me, I really like Fran. I think he has great potential, but he doesn't fit the Cap style, and Mantha's perfect for it. Really persnickety. Well, you know what? Hopefully Mantha does well for the Capitals. You know, I'm not one that's going to say, oh, absolutely, Caps are getting fleeced no matter what happens. It could end up being a fleecing for both teams, technically, in a way. You know, Mantha ends up being a great player. Vrana, for example, after this year ends up leaving as an RFA. Detroit ends up having to trade him. That first and second could end up being great. They could end up being an equal trade, I think. And obviously, Panik is the cap dump. I think Robertson needs to be on the power play units. Really high quality. Yeah, Persnickety. Byron is great with certain players. I don't think he stays with Danault and Tatar when Gallagher gets back. For now, like if he's playing great with them, yeah, keep him there. But once Galley comes back, 100%, he's going down to like the third line at the very least. Where's Byron been off though? For me, there was a few games back where I wasn't noticing him for like 2-3 games. I wasn't noticing him offensively or defensively. There's a few games, I forget exactly which ones, but there was a few recently where I was just like, man, this wouldn't really make sense since the worst team in the league should have the best odds. Yeah, Fazio, I see what you mean. Yeah, for second, exactly. When Galley comes back, he leaves. But for now, like if I think next game, if you keep this line together, Ducharme, if you keep this line together and they play well again, I think you leave Byron on that top line for now, which is weird as it is to say. Byron should be left on the top line. If he clicks well with those guys and they're producing, he should be. I hope Caulfield plays. Persnickety, 100%, he's going to play with the Canadiens 100% this year. And it's, for me, there's no doubt in my mind that he's playing for the Canadiens this year. Yeah, Habs, I did see that, man. Game winner, 2 goals, 1 assist, had the Hobie Baker as well. Like, that's awesome. Oh shit, I think I scrolled too far. Yes, I did. And just like that, the Maple Leafs ended up scoring Auston Matthews off a tip-in, right off a shot. I believe it was from, I think, not Jason Spezza. Mitch Marner, I think it was. Marner shot it. Matthews got the tip-in. 2-1 lead now. Matthews, I believe it was his 32nd goal of the year. What would you do if Ducharme puts? I would, no matter if we won or lost, I would absolutely put fire Ducharme in the description if he's for some reason paired Weber and Edmondson back. Joel Edmondson, no one ever notices him. Yeah, Ray Buckle. Like Edmondson, I think has been really solid. Best plus minus in the NHL. He's great. Stahl, Caulfield, Perry on the first line. Galley, Toffoli, Suzuki, second line. Really for the power play. I think that could work. I think that could definitely work. Well, Paul, I think he means power play. If he's talking like actual like first line, like no, that not at all. But if he's going with power play, yeah, I definitely think that could be really solid. Yeah, exactly, Persnickety. I think DeBrink could skip the AHL as well. He's been great. He's been a 30-goal scorer. I think he was close to 40 goals that year. He had 30 goals, unless he did hit 40 goals. But yeah, I mean, DeBrink is shorter than Caulfield. He's done just fine. Caulfield's going to be fantastic in the NHL, I hope. Franco, is he really recovering from post-concussion? I thought it was something wrong with his leg last year. I thought that's why in the playoffs he didn't look that great. Ray Buckle, you can't say 100% Caulfield isn't ready. I mean, he's been good in the AHL. He's been good in the NCAA. He's been really solid. I think we're giving him conditioning and just making sure he is ready. Maybe Caulfield stays in the AHL and leads Laval to a championship like Price Habs. That could be interesting. I'd love to see that. The only problem is there's no playoffs this year. Yeah, I don't know how Caulfield's not ready. I mean, I definitely do think not rushing him and leaving him in the AHL for a year would be great, but if we want to bring him up, I'd 100% understand. Byron had a really great chance, but just couldn't score it, unfortunately. Leafs then went to the power play. Danault got called for tripping Matthews. Leafs had some good pressure, but they just couldn't score on it. We were 1-for-1 on the PK tonight. Yeah, Ray Buckle, he's played 2 games, actually. He got a goal, and I think an assist in his last game. He's point per game. Yeah, Habs. For some reason, there's no AHL. Or I think they don't have playoffs for the AHL right now, but as the season finishes, they'll decide. I think exactly. Persnickety. He's played 2 games against some NHL caliber talent, and he looked great. Like he's ready for the NHL. Not first line, obviously, but third, fourth line. He's ready for the NHL. But then that bears the question: is Caulfield better playing top 6 in the AHL for the rest of the season, or coming up to the NHL where he plays third, fourth for a while? Yeah, Ray Buckle, that's awesome, man. No way have 16. He has 2 game winners. I didn't know he got the game winner second game as well. Yeah, because wasn't that the 2-1 victory and Caulfield scored the game-winning goal? I think I remember that, actually. I think I remember hearing that. And then the Leafs ended up tying it up as a scrum in front. Allen made a couple great saves, but John Tavares, as Allen is down, backhands it. It's in the net, ties the game up at 2 apiece. Caulfield's 18 years old. He's going to be good, but exactly. Yeah, Paul, I agree. I think I want him. Well, actually, Caulfield's not 18. He's 20 at this point because we drafted him in 2019. He was 18. He's 19 last year, and I'm pretty sure he's 20 this year. So, or I think he just turned 20. So he's thankfully, unfortunately, not 18. We didn't draft him at 16. I would love to give him a bit of time to adjust in the AHL. That's why I say call him up after the 18th. Let him have those games in the AHL personally. 4-2 and 4-3. Thank you, Habs. I appreciate it. Amarov might be a boost. Really high quality. I think you should stay in the AHL, but give him personally. I think you give him kind of the Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes treatment. Quinn Hughes got 3 games into the 18-19 season, I think it was. Yeah, the 18-19 season. Got 3 games and turned out to be great. And then Makar played in the 18-19 playoffs. Dude was, I think, 19. I think both of them are 19 or 20. They got some games. Like I said, Hughes, the 3 games in the regular season, the final 3 games of the regular season. And then Makar played in the playoffs for the Avalanche. Granted, yes, they're defensemen and Caulfield's a winger, but still, they were young guys who proved themselves in the time that they were up. I feel like Jordan Kotkaniemi, Caulfield as a line would be great. May even help Jordan's game, especially since he's a playmaker that could set up Caulfield. Sorry. Oh, never mind. I don't have to sneeze. There we go. I think Drew and Suzuki Caulfield. You want the chemistry between Drew and Suzuki, I think, and I think it'd be a bit of a better line. I do see where you're coming from, Kotkaniemi. Getting that guy who's a kind of a two-way guy who can be your defensive guy, who can hit there, in my opinion. Hyman needs to do that chaotic rebound move. Yeah, high quality. I didn't see exactly what it was, but yeah, I probably would agree with you if I saw it. Still going from playing with kids. I mean, Paul, that's the thing. A lot of the guys in the AHL are still kind of adults, so. Yeah, Ray Buckle. Yeah, I don't take offense at all. I love debating with you. Like Paul's Ray Buckle. Like you said, he can come up and he can end up not being ready at all, or he can come up and being ready. It could be either or. You never know until he does play in the NHL. Then either I'm right or you're right. It's the thing. I like friendly debating. I don't take offense at all. If you say, "Oh, I don't think Caulfield's ready," I'll be like, "Okay. Cool, no problem. I think he's ready. We can agree to disagree. No big deal. Worst thing we can do is rush Caulfield. Exactly, Habs. Kotkaniemi was rushed, and then the sophomore year went the worst it could have been. Look at Mete. Yeah, Habs. I mean, Mete. I think he developed decently, not nearly as good as he could have been. Kotkaniemi, I don't want to necessarily just rush. He looked good. But definitely should have gotten some conditioning in the Caulfield, I'm happy about. I would love to keep him in the AHL. It's just I do think he is potentially ready. Yeah, Ray Buckle. Like if I'm right, awesome. I'll be pumped as well. But then if you're right, it'll suck to be wrong. But it's okay, fine. He's not ready. Play him in the AHL. Let him get his confidence and do all that. Cousins is getting pushed around since he joined the NHL after World Juniors. Really, Paul? I did not know that. But keep in mind, Dylan Cousins, he's on the Sabres. Everyone's getting pushed around on the Sabres. Leafs were really dominating after they tied the game up. They were looking for the lead. Then against the flow of the play, it's a 2-on-1. Philip Deneau, I think, gets it to or Brent Kulak passes it up to Josh Anderson. It's a 2-on-1. Josh Anderson does not need to pass. He shoots it and he scores. Josh Anderson gets the 3-2 lead for the Montreal Canadiens. Great snipe. Could they be the next Backstrom OV combo? Yukon, who are you talking about? Bergevin traded full long hair Harry Rice for Mohawk Harry Rice before deadline. Yes, I man. I actually should have done a video of that. We have a trade to announce. Mark Bergevin has traded, or Harry Rice has traded full head of hair to the Montreal Canadiens in exchange for Mohawk or something like that. That would have been funny. Caulfield will be called up. The Habs need him. He'll provide a spark and marketing boost. That is true. He just will need to be solid on skates, and as hits and headshots will be plenty. I mean, Franco, thankfully not headshots. We're not in the 2000s anymore. We're not in the 90s anymore. Definitely hits are going to be coming his way. I think he'll be solid, though. I think he's going to be good. I mean, DeBrincat doesn't take too many hits. He's able to lay the body himself, I think. But yeah, I think Caulfield's going to do just fine in the NHL, in my opinion. Like I said, DeBrincat's smaller than him. I think it weighs less by 10 pounds or something like that. Not too much, though. And he's doing great. I see no issue with Caulfield doing the same, if not more. Obviously height doesn't translate to everything, but if DeBrincat's an inch shorter, 10 pounds smaller, and people weren't harping about his size, they're harping about Caulfield's, I find it weird. Yeah, Habs. I mean, if you hate Duran, that's perfectly fine. I personally really like Duran. I think he has a bit of a decent work ethic. He's inconsistent. When he scores, I cheer harder. He actually had a really solid chance. Did I mention that? I don't think I did, but Duran had a really Really had a really fantastic chance to score. I might have put it, but just in case, he had a really fantastic chance to score. Yeah, I want to succeed as well for sure, man. Holy shit, we're getting a lot of comments. I would be very nervous about playoff Foligno. The man was hell for Tampa a few years ago. Yeah, I called it drawing. I don't like that the Leafs acquired Tampa. Even if my best friend's a Leafs fan, the only reason I don't like it is for how he'll do against the Habs. You inspired me while listening to your stream. I shaved my head. Hey, let's go, Techno Junkie, man. Let's go. Did you shave it full off then? Did you the full on Jimmy not Jimmy McGill, Jimmy Hopkins from Bully? How far do the Habs go in the playoffs? I think they lose to Sons of Liberty. I said before this game they probably lose in 5. I think after this game they could potentially push them to 7 if they keep playing the way they played tonight. For example, I think they can push to 7. Who's better, Merrill or Sherratt? Paul, I haven't seen much of Merrill, so I do have to say Sherratt, but I'd have to see Merrill in Montreal before I can really judge that. Really, Caulfield interview yesterday, he looks sick of the media already, Habs. Jesus. Yeah, I hopefully knows the depth player you guys needed as well. I won't call for to play, but I know Montreal's media, if he doesn't produce after 4 games, they'll dump on him, and I don't want to. Well, Ray, that's the thing. Montreal media is saying, or a lot of people are saying, that we should call. And funny enough, when we did call up our prospects and rush them, like Kotkaniemi and Galchenyuk, for example, they were slamming us for not letting them develop. So the media definitely sucks. So, yeah. Game 7 against the Leafs. Yeah, Habs, I'd be down for a 7-game series as well. Like, even if we lose in 7 games, if we blew a 3-0 series lead and lost in 7, it'd be hype. And it would honestly probably really pump up the channel for sure. Thank you guys, by the way, for 27 likes. That's insane. I got to get through the game now, guys. I want to be done in the next, 9 minutes. Nothing against them for sure. Thank you guys, by the way, for 27 likes. That's insane. I got to get through the game now, guys. I want to be done in the next, 9 minutes. Nothing against you guys. It's just I don't want to be live for 3.5 hours. Yeah. After the goal, both teams were pressuring in the final minutes, but neither team gave up a goal. Shots were 19-15 Canadians. We led it 3-2 after the second period. Screw that, Harry. Yeah, I mean, Ray, I'd love to beat the Leafs. It's just I don't know if we have what it takes this year. Or just this year, I don't know. Do you think the Habs go after a guy like Laine during the summer, potentially top 6 of Toffoli, Suzuki, Laine, Caulfield, Kotkaniemi, Galley? Really? So you don't think we're re-signing No. I mean, I don't know if Caulfield immediately gets in the top 6 if he only plays, say, starting next year. But I definitely think a top 6 of that would be really great. I do think maybe we go after Laine. I think he's done poorly in Columbus. I think Montreal would probably look at that and go to Columbus, for example. Hey, we'll take the RFA rights of this guy if you want to take the UFA rights of, let's just say, Tatar, for example. Take Tatar from us and throw in a second because Laine, he's younger, blah blah blah, or we'd have to throw in a second or something like that. We'd be like, oh, Tatar produced last year, Laine, blah blah blah, give some reasonings and have Columbus for some reason accept it. I would love to see Laine in Montreal, but because then you can have 2 scoring lines: Laine, who's a potential 40-goal scorer, and Caulfield, who's a potential 40-goal scorer. We did win against the Flames in a hit battle. We might. Yeah, true. We might win in a hit battle as well, for sure. I think I'd love a hit battle. I'd love a bunch of fights between Montreal and Toronto for sure. Canadians were opening the third up with some solid play, just unfortunately not able to get a 4-2 lead yet. Habs had some really good chances for Anderson and Perry, I believe it was, but not able to score. Campbell was looking really solid in the game. What Ray said, also Caulfield needs off-ice support so he doesn't fall into media, drugs and alcohol trap. That is true, Franco. I mean, he doesn't really seem like the guy who do drugs and alcohol, but then again, you look at someone like, for example, not Theo Fleury, I think it was Alex McGillney. You wouldn't look at that guy and assume he did that, but then all these years later. But yeah, I definitely don't want to fall into the media trap of Montreal for sure. I'd argue hold him off for another year, maybe 2, if you really don't want to risk him falling into the trap. But he's going to play next year. There's no way he doesn't. There's no way There's no way that Caulfield isn't playing a Habs game for the first time in 2023 as a 22-year-old. That's what I want to say. There we go. But yeah, Campbell's looking great. He was really keeping the Leafs in this game. Yo, Darkness, no problem, man. If you need to sleep, go to sleep, buddy. That way both teams are still tired. That is true, high quality. You're not tired, Darkness. Shit, that sucks, man. Hey, Danny Timir, big dub for sure, baby. Let's go. I really hope the Isles win it this year. My team haven't won nothing in 11 years. I mean, Sons of Liberty, my team technically hasn't won anything in almost 30 years. So, there's kind of that. Romanoff rocked a Leaf. I think it was Marner with a big hit. Perry was taken down by Bogosian, surprised by no interference call. Canadians are playing great, forcing turnovers now. They had a lot of pressure on the Leafs at this point. Almost forced a classic Campbell turnover goal. Danault would then get a tripping call. Leafs had another power play. Habs did a great job of clearing the puck and managing to keep the Leafs from scoring. 2 for 2 in the PK tonight. Duran right out of the box almost got a puck over to Anderson for a breakaway, just unfortunately couldn't. I think it's either Canes, Panthers, Tampa, or Caps winning it. yeah, that is true, Darkness. Imagine not having won a cup in the 2010s, man. Where am I? But yeah, I honestly probably think maybe Tampa repeats. I think Tampa or Carolina have what it takes to win the cup. Hell yeah, 53 and counting, Isles. Wait, what? High quality drawing? I don't know if I like that. Thank you guys for 29 likes. If we can get 30 before the end of the stream, that'd be nuts. Toffoli stole the puck away from Marner in the Leafs zone, but Campbell was able to make the save. Kotkaniemi's line had a phenomenal shot. Anderson wrung it off the post. Duran had a great backhand. Kotkaniemi got a great chance. That line was buzzing at that point. I really what that line was able to do. Yeah, I don't know if the Avs I'd put as cup contenders personally. The hot take, but I don't know if I would. Habs weren't able to clear the puck out of their zone shortly afterwards. They wanted to keep this game as defensive as they could. There hasn't been a cup for any team for at least 30 years. Shows you the lack of the amount of Canadian. Well, I don't know if it's the lack of Canadian teams and more so just the lack of any real cup contending Canadian teams. The closest we've gotten was Vancouver in 2011, and they had a 2-0 series against the Bruins, and I think a 3-2 series lead as well. But if they had started Luongo, they probably won it in 6. So yeah. The Habs, Canadians in the final minutes kept it really defensively, and immediately when the Leafs pulled Jack Campbell, it's TOMAS TATAARRR for a second of the game. And thank you guys for 30 likes. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it, guys. How does it feel to win a championship? I don't know how that feels. Big rips on the Liberty. Tatar's 10th of the year to make it a 4-2 game from Byron and Petrie. Habs iced the puck 6 times, it felt like, in the final couple minutes. Toffoli and Romanov barely missed the empty nets. And that would do it. Habs won 4-2. Jack Campbell's winning streak is over 11-1-0. 4-2 victory. Final shots were 25-25. Yeah, guys. As usual, I'm going to give the stats, and then we're going to do the outro. I'm going to try my best to get out here soon because I'm actually going to be watching some movies with my best friend. Petrie now leads the team with 11 goals, 20 assists, 31 points. Tyler Toffoli still at 19 goals, 11 assists, 30 points. TOMAS TATAARRR, 10 goals, 16 assists for 26 points. Nick Suzuki has 8 goals, 17 assists, 25 points. Brendan Gallagher, who's currently hurt, has 13 goals, 9 assists, 22 points. Jonathan Drouin has 2 goals, 20 assists for 22 points. Josh Anderson has 15 goals, 5 assists, 20 points. If Byron lifts the cup this year, Oreo guy, I will take that picture, print it out, frame it, and put it on my wall if Paul Byron lifts the Stanley Cup for the Canadiens this year. Philippe Danault, 4 goals, 16 assists, 20 points. Jonathan Drouin, or Jesperi Kotkaniemi, 5 goals, 14 assists, 19 points. 3 of my teams have won it. Really, Darkness. So the Blues, Cardinals, and who else? Shea Weber, 5 goals, 12 assists, 17 points. Leafs legend. No, he did not. High quality drawing. Komarov did not score the OT winner. I thought it was what's his name? I thought it was Brian Pulak. I'm studying hard for the midterms tomorrow. Hey, Ray bro, good luck with the midterms, man. No, don't bother watching the stream unless you're just using it for background noise. Good luck with your midterms, man. You deserve all the luck in the world, man. Good luck with them. Oh, Rams. That actually makes a lot of sense. Darkness, thank you. The St. Louis Rams. Yeah. Corey Perry, 9 goals, 6 assists, 15 points. Paul Byron, 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points. Joel Edmondson, 2 goals, 9 assists, 11 points. Yoel Armia has 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 points. Arturi Lehkonen, 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. Armia, who is actually recovering from COVID right now. Jake Evans has 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points. Ben Sherrod and Alex Romanov have the same points despite Sherrod being injured. 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points. It wasn't Pulak? No, it wasn't Pulak. Rip. Kulak now has 5 assists. Mete, or let me get rid of Mete because he's no longer a Montreal Canadian. Erik Stahl has a goal. Michael Frolik, Xavier Lett, and Otto Leskin, Canadians who have played games with the Canadiens with no points. That is going to do it for today's stream, guys. Thank you all so much. Duran might be lacking confidence. That sucks, man. That sucks. He's lacking confidence. Yeah, I'd honestly. Sorry. Cool. I'd love to see Durant get some confidence back. I just think he's really been snake bitten, not scoring in the last 20 games, not having a goal, I think, at home this season. I can take the confidence out of someone. I'd love to see Durant score, I'd love to see him, on Wednesday, for example, come out against the Flames at home and boom, pot one like 20 seconds into the game. I'd love to see that, but, it would suck. Or not it would suck, but it just sucks it hasn't happened. Stonehands was scratched last game, rip. Oh yeah, because Wallstrom was in, right? I'm taking a break. Oh, okay, let's go, Ray, bro. It sucks you came in right at the end of the stream, man. Is John still streaming, by the way? It'd be sick, honestly, seeing Weber, the captain, lifting the cup and like immediately, like a Raymond Borg type situation, just immediately hands it off to Carey Price. Like Price wouldn't retire after the cup win. I mean, maybe best way to go out on top is winning a cup, But yeah. John stopped streaming. Damn. I was gonna say we might go raid John, but if he's done streaming, that sucks. I mean, I can't blame him. Dude probably got off like 5 minutes after the Leafs game was done. How long have you been streaming? Danny Tamir, an hour and 30 minutes, which means I need to do the outro right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Favorite includes but not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything else. My name is Harry Rice. I need Law Byron raising the cup for the memes as well, Sons of Liberty. I need that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything else. My name is Harry Rice. Subscribe to the Puff Club. Subscribe to join the Heasty Club. Subscribe to the Sub Up. Subscribe to join the D Nation. If you remember the Mod Squad, thank you very much for coming by the streams, monitoring any comments on any videos and/or any streams. Links description are my Twitter, not my Twitter, sorry, my Twitch. Once I get my PS4 fixed, I'm going to start streaming on there, seeing how I like it compared to YouTube streaming. Tape to tape is streaming, really? Okay, guys. Well then, I think, guys, what we're going to do, right as we end the stream, I think we might have a raid in place, guys. I think we might have a raid in place. We very well might. I can't seem to find the channel. Can someone send it to me on Discord real quick? Can someone send me tape to tape channel on Discord real quick? Speaking of patch, Randy, I can try, guys. The Amazon wishes PO box in the PayPal description. If anyone wants to send me anything, it is greatly appreciated. The PayPal, you will get your name on the big ass number of non-donations. It'll be in the back of the next. It'll be in the background of the next non-25 days of hair video in the next live stream. The reason I do for both selection typically look like garbage. So the videos, the Amazon wishes PO box and PayPal description. If anything is sent my way, it's greatly appreciated. Never at all asked for. Amazon, the PayPal. If you donate, you will get your name on the big ass non-donor board. What Discord thing are you in? It's my own server. Links in the description. Discord is where we talk in there occasionally with each other. It's fun. Discord is free. All you gotta do is just give your email address, put in I think a username, password, and that's it. It's free. You sign up, and there you go. Yeah, I also post notifications every time I go. I post notifications every time I go live and every time I post a video in there. Yeah, join it. It's pretty fun if you don't trust YouTube's notifications like I don't. Hey, thank you, Sons. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sons. Oh no, oh no, Kim just messaged me. Or Kim messaged me a while ago, and I'm honestly soap. I am soap. I'm super scared to read it after stream. Yeah, the PayPal. You will get your name on the big not donor board of non-donations. Randy M with the OMG. Thank you, Sons. I did see it. Hey, Windy City. I'm sorry, man. You're coming right at the end of the stream, man. Big ass not donor board of non-donations. It will be in the background of the next non-25 days of hair video and the next live stream. The reason I do it for both is because the streams typically look like garbage, so I'll put it in the background of the next video to make up for it. PayPal or the Amazon wishlist PO box is also in the description if you guys want to send anything my way. It's greatly appreciated. Never at all asked for, just like with PayPal. Never at all. Kim's gonna clip the part. There's no way she's still watching an hour and a half in to clip the soap, but I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll see another DM like, oh, you thought wrong, and it's the soap clip. It's the slope. Yeah, you will get a video of me unboxing if anything is sent my way. Again, never asked for, always appreciated. Not never appreciated, always asked for. Never asked for, always appreciated. You will get a video of me unboxing if anything is sent my way. Unless it's in the months of November, December, in which case it will be held onto my desk and open during a special Christmas Eve live stream. Also in the description is my speedrunning account. Now that I have a controller that I can use on my computer, I will start doing more speedrunning videos, more video gaming videos in general. If you want to check out the speedrun site, it's cool. It's fun. I like it. And the following thing in the description is my letterbox. It's where I rate review movies very rarely. I'll actually review them most of the time. I just rate them. Check it out if you want to know what movies I love, unless you'd rather check out the video I made for Christmas Day last year, which may or may not be my top 100 movies of all time of 2020. Or if you want to wait to the end of the year this year, you can check out a special 25 Days of Hair video to end the year. Yeah, check it out if you also want to know movies I hate. Actually, I do want to do a video on that in the future. I think it'd be really fun to do so, but we will see in the future. So yeah, guys, that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you all so much for watching. And of course, before we do the raid at the end, I do want to get, while I'm doing this part, I want to get some Triple Heart Squad in the chat, boys. Get some Triple Heart Squad in the chat, please. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, I wouldn't be here doing YouTube if it weren't for you guys that keep on watching me and supporting me by liking or just lurking, viewing, and or whether you're just lurking or whether you're active in the comments, you're liking. It means a lot, guys. Thank you all so much for coming to the streams. Like I said, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have people that were willing to watch me. Means a lot that you guys would yeah, it means a lot means a lot that you guys would want to come by and check me out and watch me stream, guys. So yeah, to end today's stream, before I leave real quick, or actually right as I leave, guys, please guys, we're gonna go raid someone. We're gonna go raid someone who is pretty sick. We're gonna raid someone that's really, really dope. I was supposed to do a collab with this guy, but unfortunately I couldn't, guys. So please, guys, as I leave, please go click that link in the description. Go raid Tape to Tape, guys. Go raid Tape to Tape. Tell him Harry Rice sent you. Tell him Harry Rice raid. Tell him all the stuff. Tell him he's a big sexy boy. Go do all that stuff, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Harry Rice, and I am out. I'll see you guys in the raid. My name is Harry Rice. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay classy, boys. Ali Morial, and go Habs go.